What do you think would solve the issues? What do you think is holding us back from being higher in the society?
White people, to be honest.
But what did Nat Turner utilize to rebel against the white man? Do you know?
Like a religious-based.
He used the Bible.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're using the tools that Christianity is fundamentally, at this point, a European religion, you can't use a tool of your faith to say you're going to elevate yourself.
You're talking about Western. You're talking about Western Christianity. We're not teaching Western Christianity. The Bible is not Western. We can read all throughout the Bible that the figures in the Bible were actually black men.
The lower rung of white people are getting displaced, and it leads to this despair if you embrace the think that you were superior to another race, and you now live in a reality where those people who you said were inferior to you are now elevated over you. So I think the increase in drug addiction amongst white people is driven from that internal despair, where the reality that they live is no longer congruent with the beliefs they grew up with.
Yeah. Sakari, 1715. Yeah. On them street corners yelling out, where the BCV? Ain't no John Cena, cause you can come see me. If you ain't an Israelite, then you ain't kin to me. And if you don't come from Jacob, you use the enemy. That's right. On them street corners yelling out, where the BCV? Ain't no John Cena, cause you can come see me. If you ain't an Israelite, then you ain't kin to me. And if you don't come from Jacob, you use the enemy. Christians, they just mad because the Gentiles going in slavery. Boy, you don't know no Bible, you know nothing about soteriology. Look, just sit back, I'ma put you on eschatology. The way that I've been studying, yeah, I know the most, I'm proud of me. I don't even know.
Your moral compass, it sounds like something that's in the Bible.
I guess so, yeah.
Right? So, all right. Are you so-called black man?
Yeah, duh, look at me. Okay.
You so-called black man? All right, so what do you think will solve the problems? Would you agree that the so-called blacks are in a low place? We're going through hell right now.
We are at the bottom of society.
We're at the bottom of society.
Yeah.
All right, so we agree on that.
Yeah, I'm a physician, so like, I get to see
You see it?
a wide range of society. Yeah, it's not subtle.
You're a doctor?
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
Okay, all right. So what do you think would solve the issues? What do you think is holding us back from being higher in the society?
White people, to be honest.
My nigga.
Hey, you're in the spirit, man. See? You're in the spirit, man.
Like, don't record that though. I work for white people. So.
Hey, that's part of the curses. Hey, you, my man, you're an Israelite, man. You're actually saying things. Get that Romans 2:14. Right? You're saying things that are in the Bible. Nothing you're saying is going against the Bible so far, man.
But I don't think you'll ever overcome it because it's a fundamental aspect of human psychology, tribalism. So in-group bias and out-group hostility is actually an evolved mechanism for neurobiology over time. So that's why you see it not just in America, you see it everywhere humans exist. Even amongst us, right? Like, why are all y'all black? Because all humans fundamentally think of in-groups versus out-groups because that allowed us to survive over time. So the racism will never go away. It's a part of our biology.
All right, you said a lot of words, a lot of big words, right? But I agree with you saying ultimately because there's races. You agree that there's races in the Bible. There's no, you can't go outside of a race. Like someone can't just turn into a so-called Japanese person. Like you can't just turn into an Asian person, right? So nations are in the Bible, right? Get Genesis 25. Because everything you're saying so far, I mean, even your statement just now, there's a lot of science behind it. You know science, what it means in the Hebrew, right? Yeah, let me see. Yeah. It goes into know. To know something.
That's my take.
So your problem with the Bible would be what? Say that one more time.
I think part of the problem with the Bible is that it was written by people who, just for what we know about human beings, they don't write with the good intentions for other groups. So it seems problematic to base our belief system on a book written from another group. It's never going to resonate truly with what
All right. Well, what if I told you the Bible is written by our people? It's for our people and by our people. It's not for everybody.
But the only reason we believe it is because they enslaved us and brought us here from Africa. Like, if that never happened, we wouldn't believe the Bible, right? So why would you believe the religion?
You sure about that?
Yeah, but why would you believe the religion of the very people who enslaved you? I mean, look at the Catholic Church. It was full of pedophiles.
We're not Christians, colloquially, right? A so-called Christian today believes in a virgin birth. They believe Jesus doesn't have a father, right? They believe the law of the Bible is done away with. But we actually following the book. And there's prophecies of the book telling us that the white man is going into slavery.
Right.
Right? The white man is going to go into that part of the Bible.
I think that's
Hey, and you,
we would
hey,
have to have power.
excuse me, sir. You said like they use this to enslave us.
Well, I mean, yeah, read about it. Like the Bible. Actually
Nah, I ain't
justifies-
snatching you.
The Bible justifies slavery.
Okay, I got what you're saying, but before before they put us in slavery, so-called melanated black people was believing in the Bible. You know, the Bible was put together in Africa.
I don't think that's true.
Let's go.
I don't think that's
All right, read the Council of Carthage right there.
I don't think that's true.
This is the Council of Carthage. It says the councils of Carthage were church synods held during the 3rd, 4th, and 5th centuries in the city of Carthage in Africa.
Nah, and where?
In Africa.
That's before they took us in slavery.
But that's in North Africa, so the
Okay,
genetics is very
so
different.
but it was melanated people there.
No, they're not. They're not.
So
melanated.
hold on,
Africans
so you
are
took no in the 3rd and 4th century it went melanated people in Africa.
But they're sub-Saharan Africans, because there's the Sahara basically resulted in genetic isolation. So North Africans do not have the same genes. as
Hold on,
Africans.
so what I'm saying was it melanated people in Africa?
Yeah, in sub-Saharan Africa.
So it wasn't
North
melanated people in East Africa around this time.
Yeah, in East Africa, yes, but that's not where they were tribal.
You said Carthage. You just said it. You just said it was East Africa.
So Hannibal. How about
How about Hannibal?
How about Hannibal? How about Hannibal?
Hannibal was also not.
He was black, right?
No, he was not. Hannibal.
He got a picture. He got the archaeology of the people in the Council of Carthage, dark-skinned people.
No, I don't think that's.
So they was white. All right, bro. Huh? There you go.
Sorry, it's like I don't think that's the story. Right.
Okay, so
He said Hannibal. He got it. Oh my fault. Bust a lot. He said Hannibal was white.
yeah, he said Hannibal was right. Okay, let's just say that that's true, right? So why did the native Indians over here
In America, why did they have archaeology called the Lost Lunar Stone?
That doesn't connect to the
Yeah, it does. Because the lost lunar stones. Pull it up real quick. The lost lunar stone is the 10 commandments written in Hebrew. Before the so-called white men ever came here to America, why did Mexicans have the 10 commandments written in Hebrew over here?
I don't know.
Before white people,
I have to look
we
into
have
that
it.
more.
Real quick, if I may.
We have it.
If I may, I'm actually someone who went to go see the Lost Lunas Decalogue myself. It is less than a mile out from the Laguna Tribes Indian Reservation. And as well as when you look at Israelite history, the Northern Kingdom would have the 10 Commandments written in Paleo Hebrew like that. They put it in stone faces above their doors or outside of their buildings, and is known as a Sumerian mezuzah. So not only does this prove that these people are the Northern Kingdom, but it proves that Israelites were here doing and keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and following what you would call the Bible today.
Right, exactly. And we have it right here, right? You got it, bro?
Okay, this is the Lost Lunar Stone. Lost Lunas in New Mexico, about 35 miles south of Albuquerque. The reported 1880s date of the discovery is important to those who believe that the stone is pre-Columbian.
Oh, it's pre-what?
Pre-Columbian.
What does that mean?
Yeah, before Columbus came here.
Cool.
But then
So hold on. Pre-Columbian, right? So before a so-called colonizer came to the shores of America, right? Go ahead.
The Paleo-Hebrew script, which is closely related to the Phoenician script.
What is that?
Phoenician, it was a small colony in Lebanon.
No, I mean the script though, the writing and the language.
Yeah.
That's ancient Hebrew, essentially, right? Go ahead.
Was known to scholars by at least 1870. Thus preclude that this was pre-Columbian.
See that?
Yeah, but if you look at the text that they're writing in, the fact that it's Phoenician Hebrew tells you that the people who wrote that were like not black people. Because like, yeah, the Phoenicians were not black. There's like stone frescoes.
Who are they?
They are actually
Phoenicians.
Arabs. They're
Oh,
Arabs.
Phoenicians. No.
Yeah, they are.
What does the word mean? What does that word mean? The word Phoenician. What does it mean? What does it go back to?
It refers to like this area, these people who are Phoenicians. It's like an ethnic group.
Phoenician is the Greek way of saying Canaanites, which were Hamites. What color was Ham? It's a known fact that Ham was a so-called black man. The Christian church teach that we're Hamites, and the curse of Ham is dark skin,
Yeah, but I would ask you.
which Canaan comes from Ham. So there will be a dark race.
But I would ask you, if black people were the ones who made the Bible, why is it that in sub-Saharan Africa, it was not Christianity that was the dominant religion until after colonization? The timeline doesn't make sense that it would originate from us and then be reintroduced to us.
How do you know that? Do you know that I'm actually a so-called sub-Saharan African, right?
Yeah, no, we all are.
No, like my dad actually comes from Ghana.
Right.
Like my father actually got on an airplane from Ghana to come here. So I'm actually Ghanaian. And when you go into our history, I'm a Levite according to the Bible. We have the chart over here, bro. I'm a Levite according to the Bible. And the same practices that the ancient Levites did in the ancient world, my dad's tribe literally does those things. Like for example, sacrificing animals. My father's tribe do that. Which the Levites, if you know anything about the priests, we did that in the ancient world. We have something called the golden stool. You know what that is? On the golden stool? What is it?
The golden stool I think this was the Ashanti golden stool. When the Portuguese.
The Ashanti stole it. The Ashanti stole it, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and eventually I think it was taken by the Europeans after they conquered.
Okay, cool. So what does the golden stool go back to? What is that a symbol of?
I thought it was a symbol of Ashanti power. Yeah.
See, that's the thing. It goes way deeper than that, right? That goes back actually to the seat of Moses.
I don't know. I feel like there's a big desire amongst the black community to claim origins that are not based in chattel slavery because it's a big communal shame. But the reality is that the language we speak, the way that we act, even the way that we perceive of history and the world is directly a consequence of the Europeans conquering us.
To a degree.
Well, it's not
to a degree.
I mean, we're speaking English for a reason.
I mean, yeah, to a degree, right? That's why we're out here trying to get our people back to the old path, which is the Bible. Now you say that the Europeans wrote the Bible or utilized the Bible to enslave our people, right? Which that's a half truth. You wanna know why? Because the so-called white man, they didn't utilize the whole entire Bible. Did you know that they were using a Bible about damn near half of the Old Testament was omitted? Oh, you got it? The slave Bible, right? Watch this. Now, have you watched the movie Birth of a Nation with Nat Turner?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, cool. So it was a real life. It actually happened, and Nat Turner rebelled against the white man. Yeah. Now, why did? It didn't go well. Okay, it didn't go well. But what did Nat Turner utilize to rebel against the white man? Do you know?
Like a religious.
He used the Bible.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're using the tools that Christianity is fundamentally, at this point, a European religion, you can't use a tool of Europeans to say you're going to elevate yourself.
You're talking about Western. You're talking about Western Christianity. We're not teaching Western Christianity. The Bible is not Western. We can read all throughout the Bible that the figures in the Bible were actually black men. Christ was actually a so-called black man.
I find that hard to believe, just based on
Revelation 4.
Arabs. I think I understand why black people would want to claim something that's not ours.
No, it's clearly right here. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, they just brought all these images from Russia, showing that Christ and the Israelites, Moses, Solomon were all black men. That's a fact.
Yeah, but I think if you think on a bigger picture, say you're right, and the Christianity was originally for black people. If you look at our modern state, that doesn't help us, right? We are poor. Look around here.
But why is that though?
Because we've been subjugated.
What's the solution?
I don't think there is a solution. Like the people who control the levers of power in our society are all white, and even the black people who get to those positions.
Let's get Deuteronomy 28 real quick.
I went to Yale, right? And so I know a lot of black people who have a lot of
Deuteronomy 28.
Powerful positions.
Yeah.
We all conform to whiteness. Because that's what you have to do to attain power.
All right, watch this.
That's just reality.
Verse 15.
That's reality.
Or verse 1. Where it says, Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
All right, so boom. So this is Moses speaking to the Israelites, right? From on the Most High. He said, look, if you don't listen to observe to do my commandments, right? Go ahead.
To observe to do all his commandments and statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
See that? So all these curses shall come upon us and overtake us. So that's why we're in the state that we're in, because we disobeyed God's laws. The laws.
Yeah, but didn't the white people heavily disobey God's laws when they enslaved us and whipped us and raped us?
But that don't got
happened to them. That was bad.
Oh, why is that? How come that didn't happen to them? Why? Good point.
Because they actually have real power in life, not
okay, but why though?
Because they have a dominant society that they created.
No, because the Most High is the one that gave that to them. That's why. Because we disobeyed him. Let's grab Judith.
Let's get a little.
What's that?
He deal with you with son.
Oh, Hebrews 12.
Yeah, is it Hebrews 12?
Like Hebrews 12, like verse 15, I think. But that's why the reason why. Or verse 6. The reason why the reason why the Most High even gave us into the hand of our enemies is because we're his children, right?
So he let them enslave and rape and whip us for over 200 years?
Yes. Okay.
That sounds like God that's on our side.
Question. Are you a father or are you a parent?
No, I don't have kids.
Okay, so you had parents, right? Now, when you didn't do what your parents told you to do, what'd they do to you?
They whipped me.
And they whipped you, right? Punishment, right? Well, that's the same thing that the Most High is doing to us, whooping us. Let's grab that in Maccabees real quick. Okay, Tom, go ahead.
Show you why white people ain't dealing with it.
Right.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth.
See that? So whom the Lord loves, which he loved Israel, our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians. He loved us, so that's why he's chastening us. Go ahead.
And scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
See that? And scourges every son that he received. So we're the sons of the Most High. The so-called white man isn't. So that's why they're... Okay, go ahead.
If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons.
See that? You're a bastard and not son. So if God isn't chastening you, right, if he's not correcting you from your wrongdoings, you're not his son. So that's why the so-called white man is walking up and down the block in La La Land and get to do whatever the hell he wants because the Most High is not dealing with them.
That's right.
See, we are the sons of the Most High and daughters of the Most High. So that's why we're going through all these different trials and tribulations, because he's actually chastening us. Can we grab that Maccabees real quick? 2 Maccabees 6 and verse 12. Watch this. This is gonna go right with it. It's gonna go hand in hand.
Wait, but if we're...
Real quick, bro. Real quick. Watch. 2 Maccabees 6 and verse 12.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 12. Now beseech thee, those that read this book.
Right, I beseech thee, those that read this book, go ahead.
That they be not discouraged for these calamities.
Don't be discouraged for these calamities that have fallen upon our people, go ahead.
But they that judge those punishments not to be for their destruction, but for a chastening of our nation.
You see that? So this isn't for the destruction of our people, but a chastening of our people. That's all it is. And what the Heavenly Father is doing, because look at us. Although the so-called white men did all those atrocities to us, man, we still here. We still here, booming, right? There's trillions of our people everywhere, right? Procreating. Matter of fact, it tells you in the book of Exodus, the more that the Egyptians whipped us, the more that we just kept getting stronger and stronger.
Right.
And that's what's only happening with us. So our nation is not being destroyed, but the Heavenly Father is just correcting us. And that's why you see America is going down the drain right now. You see what I'm saying? America is sizzling down the drain right now. Why is that? Because the Most High now is hearkening to us. That's why we out here, right?
I don't know. I feel like so much of America was built on exploitation of like different ethnic groups that when you can no longer, like for example, imagine the profits you can have by having a slave population. It's insane.
Yeah.
When you lose the ability to subjugate another group of people
Yeah.
and exploit them, your nation loses prosperity because you don't have that free labor source or source of exploitation.
True, but
I think there's alternative explanations.
okay, but how do you feel about what we just said just now?
I think that's one way you can think of it, and if you compare us to the Jews, which I think about quite a bit, the Jews have been through insane shit, right?
Like what?
Like less than 80 years ago, people tried to exterminate them from the face of the earth, like in real life.
What are they going through right now?
Lots of people hate Jews. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they do.
Who owns everything?
Well, if we're being recorded, I can't say that.
Oh, why not? Oh, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Exactly. Why not? Why not?
You know. Why not?
You go, hold on, bro. You go to New York right now, the Jews got every damn thing. Bro, they got their own ambulances. Bro, they have their own everything. They ain't going through nothing. Matter of fact, Oprah just donated like millions of dollars to them.
But I think the difference is that
They get everything.
I think the difference is between us and the Jews is that the Jews were able to create their own businesses to create a source of wealth, where we were denied that access very explicitly.
Oh.
And so that's why we don't have the same
get Psalms
standing.
73, they're not in trouble as other men. Okay. Why is that though? Why is that?
Because our country was formed about subjugating us.
Give me that in Deuteronomy, which is the stranger, so I'll get above thee.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Why is that though?
I think it's because of the people who lead these organizations in America, even to this day. Like I work now as a healthcare executive, so I get to be in a lot of these meetings with powerful people. The powerful people want to keep us down.
You know, I get that now. I get that now. That's the carnal answer. But see, everything goes back to a spiritual reasoning. Everything is spiritual. Yeah. On a surface level, that's a good answer. But it's even deeper than that, brother. And that's what we're trying to convey to you. It's deeper than that, right? You say you don't believe in the Most High. Okay, cool. But there is, in fact, a God. And that God, he's in control of everything. So the reason why Jews have their wealth, this nation have their wealth, your so-called Jews got their wealth, this people poor, that people poor, the Most High is doing everything. And that's what we're trying to convey to you. Who got it? Come on, go ahead.
This is the book of Psalm 73,
Watch
verse
this.
5. They are not in trouble as other men.
See, that's what the Bible says, that they're not in trouble as other men. Go ahead.
Neither are they plagued like other men.
See that? Neither are they plagued like other men. They don't go through what we go through.
No, they definitely don't.
You see what I'm saying? Like they can just walk down a block, whoop-de-doo-doo-doo, right? Having earphones in their ears, right? Us, we walk down a block, they try to look over our shoulder, right? Because who knows, man? A cop might come kill us, or our own brother might come harm us, right? Go ahead.
Therefore, pride compasseth them about as chains. Violence covereth them as a garment.
Go ahead.
Their eyes stand
Where you at?
outward,
Let's go to verse 2.
Psalm 73, verse 2. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. 73, verse 2.
Yeah.
My feet were almost gone.
Go ahead.
My steps had well not slipped.
Read on.
For I was envious at the foolish.
See that? I was envious at the foolish. Go ahead.
When I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
See that? We're seeing the prosperity of the wicked. The wicked is prospering right now. Why is that? Because this is his turn right now. But the reason why we're out here is to tell our people that our turn is next.
That's right.
That's why we're out here. Again, that's why we see America. Now, you had your physical answer, but the real reasoning, let's get Baruch 4. The spiritual reasoning for America sizzling down the drain is because they put our people in slavery.
That's right.
That's the real answer for that. Baruch 4 and verse 30.
I don't know. It's been working out pretty well for America and the white people.
Yeah, it has because the Most High gave them the power. But now the Most High is taking away their power. That's why the dollar is crap now. What is right now overtaking the dollar? The Chinese yuan and the ruble, right? We have now all these nations that are jumping ship from NATO and EU. Now they're trying to jump ship to the BRIC alliance, right? Why is that? Because all these nations are trying to join the winning team now. America is not the winning team anymore.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But why is that? But there's still the question is, damn, why though? All of a sudden, why? It's because of God, bro.
Baruch 4, verse 30.
Yeah, let me see. Baruch 4, where you at?
Verse 30.
Damn, this old English messed me up. All right, start verse, you start verse 30. Watch this.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 30. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem.
That's talking about us, our people. Go ahead.
For he that gave thee that name will comfort thee.
Go ahead.
Miserable are they that afflicted thee.
See that? The Bible says, miserable are they that afflicted thee. That's why America is now in a miserable state, in a miserable state, because they afflicted God's people. Go ahead.
And rejoice at thy fall.
And they rejoice at our fall, right? It's where you get picnics from, right? Picnics. They used to go ahead and hang, right? And then they went ahead and celebrated after that. Go ahead.
Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
Hold on, what did it say?
Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
Miserable are the cities that thy children served. Who served here in America in slavery? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? That's why America is now miserable. That's why now we see crackhead white people, right? In the 40s and 50s, we didn't see that, right? It was our people bugged out on drugs, laying down on the street, right? But now you see nothing. Listen, I actually work in a psych hospital. Ain't nothing but white people in there, bro. In there. I mean, you a doctor, you know that, right? Ain't nothing but white people strung out on drugs now. And it used to be us, so-called blacks and Hispanics, all the time. Hold on, I'm actually from Philly, right?
Yeah.
Now, Kensington, you heard of Kensington in Philadelphia?
I haven't heard of it. Is that the neighborhood they bombed?
That's the
Nah. So, Kensington in Philadelphia, right? That's a strip that has nothing but drug addicts down there. Now, it used to be filled with a lot of Puerto Ricans. Now it's filled with nothing but so-called white people strung out on drugs. It's literally called zombie land. You can go ahead and look it up. Kensington in Philadelphia. Ain't nothing but so-called white people literally like this all day long, and it's nothing but needles on the floor. Now, like I said, that used to be filled up with our people. Now it's not.
But I think part of that is that as American society has become more equal and open opportunities for like black people and Hispanics, the lower rung of white people are getting displaced, and it leads to this despair if you're raised to think that you were superior to another race, and you now live in a reality where those people who you said were inferior to you are now elevated over you. So I think the increase in drug addiction amongst white people is driven from that internal despair, where the reality that they live is no longer congruent with the beliefs they grew up with.
Yeah, and again, that's your worldly reason for it, which I don't disagree with, okay? Because we deal with both sides to a degree, right? Because some things are pseudo, right? But that's a good answer. But again, it all goes back to a spiritual reasoning, and it's because of what they did to us, right? There's a consequence for those things, right? Because we know all those things happen to us, and it's like, damn, like black people still ain't getting no justice yet.
And I don't think we ever will.
No, brother, we will.
That's right.
We just have to be patient. That's all.
I think the only justice in this world is that which you make for yourself. And the difference between us and, for example, the Jews or the Chinese used to be dirt poor in the 1980s, dirt poor, but they came together to create their own businesses, build up their own country. Whereas for us as black people, the only way to acquire wealth is to integrate with white organizations.
Yeah, right. Well, we did the Black Wall Street thing.
And then they bombed the shit out of it.
Exactly. Why is that though?
Because they didn't want us to get ahead.
Huh?
They didn't want us to get ahead.
They didn't want us to get ahead. Okay, that's a worldly aspect of it. But because it wasn't our time yet. Other biblical prophecies. See, the thing is, biblical prophecy. See, what we try to do, we try to skip over the prophecies, right? It's kind of like somebody trying to skip the NBA combine. Like, nah, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and walk on the Miami Heat. Nah, bro, you can't do that, right? You gotta go ahead, you gotta go through college first, at least 1 or 2 years, and do the NBA combine workouts, right? And then that's how you get drafted, right? Well, we try to skip a whole lot of prophecies, number one, and then number two, that was only the so-called African Americans. Look on that chart. You got the Dutch. You have the Dutch West Indians, right? You have the Haitians, right? You have the Dominicans. What about them? Now, all that sounds fine and dandy, right? With getting our own businesses, X, Y, and Z, right? But you're still gonna have some poor black people. You're still gonna have some poor Hispanic people, right? The kingdom that we're talking about, all of us gonna be good.
That's right.
All of us, like every single last one of us, ain't gonna be no poor so-called black person, no poor Hispanic person, no poor Seminole Indian. All of us gonna be rich, right? Go ahead,
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
See that? America is not our rest. This isn't the place of our rest. This is the place of our captivity. Go ahead.
Because it is polluted.
Because this is a polluted land. Go ahead.
It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Yeah, that's the point. So America, this is not our rest. This was supposed to be like, for example, jail, right? And jail, don't expect to just go in there and just kick your feet up, right? Eating chicken, just chilling. No, you're in there. You're in there to get beat up, right? You're in there being controlled by police, right? And other inmates, etc., etc. Don't expect to just go there and chill. Same thing with us here in America, right? We're not expected to be chilling here, right? Because this is the place of our captivity. We're not going to chill until the kingdom of heaven gets established, which is going to be by on earth, right? By a so-called black man who the world calls Jesus Christ, which his real name is Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew, and he's only going to come to deliver. Let's get Obadiah verse 15. And he's only going to come to deliver our people. And that's where we differ from Christianity. See, Christianity teaches everybody come and hold hands, right? Yeah, we teach that God is a racist. We teach that God hates the so-called white man, and he only loves our people. That's what we teach, bro. We're not teaching it's in the Bible. We're not teaching no westernized Christianity up here. Go ahead, All
right, look, this show you we're gonna be reigning on earth. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 10.
Yeah.
And he has and has made us into our God, kings and priests.
Go ahead.
And we shall reign on earth.
See that? And we're going to reign on the earth. And headquarters is going to be where the so-called Jews are at, right? And the Jewish people, the small hats, Jerusalem. Because really, that's our land, right? Why do you think you had the whole Palestinians and the Israelis, they was all fighting over it? Really, none of them are entitled to that land. That's actually our land. Matter of fact, the Bible says that there will be constant war in the Holy Land because the true Israelites are not there. That's why we see constant conflict within that land, because the true biblical Israelites are not there.
I do have to rise to that.
Yeah.
But do you have a card or something?
Yeah, we have a car. Where the cards at? Where the cards at? Yeah, brother. Check us out, man. Check us out.
It was great talking with you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, check us out, bro. All right, bro. Shalom.
Christians know we preaching the word every day. How can you compare a king into a slave? My people, they be struggling on Section 8. Our options are to go to jail or get led to the grave. KJV, I'm keeping it right on my side. Love the Lord, that's Deuteronomy verse 6 and 5. We in slavery, we gotta work just to survive. It's life or death, your choice is either is dead or alive. Preaching to the wind, cause it's low, gotta pick up. Make a heat and breathe in reverse like a hiccup. Eat them deceiving the road, you can't trick us. Dolce Gabbana to fit, let's flick up. Casa Amigo to drink, let's sip up. Psalms 83, all the heat and had clipped up. Glock holder 50, I'm picking my clip up. Chill with the brothers, new moon, let's link up. They say the Lord love everyone that is blasphemy. Brother fall out of the truth, that's a tragedy. He nigga get salvation, a fallacy. Teaching my people and I do it happily. Don't call you niggas like Davis, I'm Anthony. Pray for the kingdom, I do it so anxiously. Spend 750 on shoes at the gallery. Israel go up, never down with its gravity. Esau be chillin', just looking from balcony. I made the whole world, including the galaxy.